Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching right now. Your boy James No Gimmicks, and I am back again. This is my first time doing this. I'm new to the whole YouTube thing. Channel just now getting up and running. Excuse the background. I'll get to that later. But we are counting down my top 10 horror movies of 2016. For anyone who knows me, you know I watch a lot of horror movies. One of the reasons why I don't sleep as much. But we're gonna get into this countdown. But first, let's get into the runner-ups, the ones that didn't make my list. The first runner-up is 31, a film directed, written by Rob Zombie. This movie is sick as shit. Like, it's straight torture porn. I wouldn't call it a horror movie. I just call it a straight blood and gore fest. If you into that kind of stuff, yeah, definitely check out 31. It's about a group of people get kidnapped to compete in a game called 31 Challenges. See if they can survive through a bunch of insane clowns. It's, it's pretty gruesome. The ending is pretty fucked up, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. Go check that out. And the next one is Hush. Hush is about a girl in a crib by herself. She's speech impaired, hearing impaired, deaf, can't talk. Basically, a dude breaks in the crib while she's trying to write her novel for her next bestseller. Tries to kill her. I don't think it really explains why he tries to kill her, but it's a real effed up situation to be in. I felt sorry for her. Some dope scenes in the movie where it's silent, kind of like Don't Breathe. I really enjoyed it, man. And our next one is The Monster. I thought The Monster was pretty good. Unfortunately, it didn't make our list. Monster is about a lady and her daughter going on a trip to see her father, and they get in a car accident, hit a dog or something, and then they're just stuck on the road, and the monster comes out to get them, and it's just crazy. Definitely a crazy joy ride. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good, but didn't make our list. So let's get into the next one. 10 Cloverfield Lane. John Goodman did his thing in this movie. It's basically a sequel to Cloverfield, I think. But, yeah, it was pretty good. It could have been better, though. Basically, it's about they're inside of a bomb shelter. He's like, you can't go outside and all this. He wouldn't let the other two out, boy and girl. Definitely good dialogue, good acting. Enjoyed the movie, but it didn't make my list. So let's get into the next one. The Shallows. The Shallows was pretty good. It's like a good Jaws movie if you've seen Jaws before. I wouldn't really call it a horror movie, more of a thriller. Girl is a surfer. She goes surfing. She's on vacay. I forgot where she was going, but her and that shark get it in. I mean, the shark is determined to kill her. She's determined to get away from the shark. Definitely a good shark versus woman movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. And now it's time to get into my top 10. Number 10, I'm going to have to give it to Lights Out. Lights Out was pretty effing surprising to me. Had me on the edge of my seat. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was going to be whack. I really don't like horror movies if it's rated PG-13. But Lights Out was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. It's about a lady. She's kind of schizo after losing her friend. Her daughter comes to move in. Has a younger daughter there. Older daughter went away. A lot of crazy things start happening when the lights out. So Lights Out, number 10. Go check that out. Number 9, I'm going to give it to Southbound from the directors of VHS. I kind of love VHS 1 and 2. Didn't really like the third one as much, but number 9, I'm going to give it to Southbound. Southbound, it's hard to explain what Southbound was about. It's like 4 different stories that intertwine at the end of one. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Definitely a crazy ass roller coaster. That's number 9, Southbound. Number 8, I'm gonna have to give it to Blair Witch. Sequel from the original Blair Witch, not the second one. That shit was garbage. The second Blair Witch. The first Blair Witch. It's about a guy looking for his sister who gets lost in the first one. If you remember the first one, that's the sister of the girl. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It could have been more crazy death scenes, but it was definitely a good ride to roll on. Blair Witch, number 8. Number 7, The Train to Busan. I just watched this yesterday. Congratulations to you. You made the list that fast. But yeah, this movie was dope. I enjoyed it. Crazy effects. A nice little zombie movie like World War Z on crack. Basically, it's about a guy and his daughter on a train to Busan, and a virus breaks out. About 200 passengers. It's definitely crazy. Go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. And also check out my quick review for it on the page I just put up. Number 6, The Girl with All the Gifts. I also did a quick review for this. Just recently saw it last week. Been waiting a year to see this movie, forever. It was definitely worth the wait. I enjoyed this movie. Also another zombie movie. Definitely dope. The girl on there is adorable. It's about a girl, she's infected, but she's not like a full zombie yet. But she still has the urge to eat and kill. They call them hungries. But yeah, The Girl with All the Gifts was dope. So if you haven't seen it, go check that out. Number 5, The Invitation. When I first seen this movie, I was so into it. Like the dialogue, the suspense, the conversations, everything about this movie is definitely good. It'll have you on the edge of your seat. It's basically about a guy gets an invitation from his ex-wife to a party, and she's in some kind of cult, and a lot of crazy things start to happen. And it's like, what the fuck, bitch? Yeah, The Invitation. Go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I enjoyed it, so I'm pretty sure you will. Number 4, we are getting there. Conjuring 2. This movie, it was non-stop horror. It didn't stop. Just boom, kept hitting you with stuff like boom, boom, boom. You're just like, oh, whoa, whoa. Yeah, Conjuring 2 definitely kept me up at night. Definitely worth a watch. It's like I think it's a prequel to the last one. It shows the two Ghostbusters, whatever their name is, go into a house. A little girl's possessed. They try to help the family out. Definitely crazy, man. This movie, I had to go pray after watching this. But that's number 4, Conjuring 2. Number 3 is Don't Breathe. We are almost there. Don't Breathe was dope. You know what I mean? I enjoyed Don't Breathe. Only thing I didn't like about Don't Breathe, because it was from the creators of Evil Dead, I expected blood and gore. Wasn't that many death scenes, but it was still good. I remember being in the theater on the quiet scenes where it's like you had to be quiet. I'm eating my popcorn. I'm just like, because I didn't want to make too much noise. It was just crazy. Don't Breathe is basically about 3 friends break into a blind guy's house for some money. Come to find out he's a Vietnam vet, and shit just gets crazy. It's definitely more than that, but I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely check out Don't Breathe. It was a crazy ride, man. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, are y'all ready? My top 2. It's only 2 left. We are almost there. Number 2, The Witch. Yo, this movie was pretty fucking sick. When I'm watching this movie, I just felt some kind of way. Like, it just made me feel uneasy, and that's what I like about horror movies, you know? You watch it, does it make you feel that? It definitely belongs on the top 2, and The Witch definitely did that for me. Basically about a real religious family. A lot of crazy things start to happen. They start thinking that their daughter's a witch and whatnot. And it's just crazy, man. If you haven't seen The Witch yet, and you like horror movies, something's wrong with you. Go see that movie, man. The Witch will definitely have you up at night. You'll be like, yo, what did I just watch? Definitely sick. Go check that out. Okay, the moment we all been waiting for. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. I'm glad you lasted this long. Number 1, I'm gonna have to give it the Green Room, man. Green Room had me on the edge of my seat. A crazy shocker. I'm staring at the screen like, yo, Green Room was dope. It's basically about a group of people there in the band. They go to perform at local bars, little gigs, try to get some cash up. And they go to like a Nazi bar or something like that. And they witness a murder. And the owner of the club's like, yo, don't let them out. They can't leave. Mess our whole operation up. Green Room, yo, I salute you, Green Room, for one hell of a roller coaster you put me on. I'm about to watch that now, matter of fact. Green Room is definitely dope. You haven't seen it yet. Go check that out, man. And that was my top 10 best horror films of 2016. Hope you enjoyed it. You have any more you thought I didn't mention or need to mention, or you think I should see, leave a comment. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you like it. If you don't, I don't care. But anyway, boy James No Gimmicks, and I am gone. Peace and love. Whoa, 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 wait. If you're still watching, I am sorry. I apologize. We're going to take Lights Out off the top 10 and put that in the runner-up and put Morgan on 10, because Morgan was definitely dope. If you haven't seen Morgan yet, go check that out. Morgan is basically about a group of scientists generally create a girl. They lock her in a room. She's so used to going outside. She goes, hey, shit, like I want to go outside. Stabs the lady in the eye. Pss, pss, pss. Morgan was shockingly good. When I first seen the trailer, I'm like, yo, I did not want to see that, but it was dope. The fight scenes, the twist at the end, all that. Like, Morgan, shout out to Morgan. Sorry I forgot about you. Won't happen again. And I'm gone, man, James. Peace.